Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to A Taste for Life. We're going to do another tasting show. We're going to mix it up a little bit too. We're going to have some shows where maybe we make something, or we talk about like health benefits of something, or try to, like I said, make educational and tastings. Part of the education today is I want to show you some, you know, olive oils you'd find in supermarkets. The quality would be similar to some of those big box stores where you buy the big volume things that you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to name names, but basically I'm just going to give honest opinions on these. They're just my opinion. But the thing is, I have tasted olive oils from all around the world. I've visited olive mills, as you can see from my videos. I know olive oil very well, at least to recognize the taste of a really good one. And I think I'm also very good at tasting if something's a good vinegar. So let's get started. We have a supermarket chain that's local to us, but it extends to other states. But I picked it up at one of the supermarkets, and this happens to be their brand. I guess they contract someone in Italy to make it, but it's from Harris Teeter, HT Traders. They call it Tuscany extra virgin olive oil, selected from the finest estates in Tuscany. Now you notice they're saying that. Now what I notice on this, it doesn't say protected designation of origin like some of their other bottles do. It says protected geographical indication. So that's different than what I'm used to seeing. Denominations of origin is what I am used to hearing. So I thought that was kind of a little different. But again, I'm more of an expert in Spanish in terms of these labelings, but I sure know a good olive oil when I taste it. Now, Tuscany, everyone hears about Tuscany. Well, let's just see how good it is, and see if it's any kind of value for the price. Alright, so we'll pour it in here, take a little sniff of the aroma. I can tell right away, I already know from smelling it what it's going to taste like, but let's just put it to the test. I don't know if you watched my show a couple days ago, or last week, where I was smelling some of the higher end olive oils in terms of price, and in my opinion probably going to be quality as well, but we'll see. This does not have an aroma that like the other olive oils, like the ones we sell, right off the get-go. So, but let's see. Oh, by the way, color for olive oil is not an indication of quality necessarily. We have an Arbequina olive oil that is definitely lighter color than some other olive oils, and yet its taste blows away some other olive oils. So color is not everything. All right. So one of the best ways is to taste, of course, and then there's also chemical analysis. There's all kinds of things. But for the average person, smell it. Best way to do is have some friends over, make it a couple's night, and you always have wine tastings. Do some oil, vinegar, and wine and cheese. Have a little fun with it. But educate yourself so you know what the heck you're buying. So why? If you're going to spend $10 and it's not going to be a good oil, potentially, we'll find out, why not spend more? You would on a bottle of wine probably, or a good cheese. So alright, let's see. Definitely a very bitter finish. Not much fruitiness like you would in a lot of good olive oils I've had. You don't taste, like, one of the keys to a good olive oil is you should taste a fruit, a vegetable, nuts, or grass. Now it doesn't mean you have to taste all four, but one of those four is typically, and that's out of the olive oil guide I received from out of I can't think of the source right now, but I think it's out of California. And then when I speak to my colleagues in Spain, very typical of a really good olive oil. And I barely taste anything in here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this like a 4.5. I would maybe, even though you're not supposed to fry with extra virgin olive oil, but that's probably what I would do with this. I wouldn't use it for salads personally. That's just again me. I wouldn't use it for like bruschettas or anything like that. If you want to have something really fine oils, you don't want to expose to a lot of heat. Maybe fish, medium heat, because it's a lower temperature, and it doesn't take long to cook. I was like our Oli de Pau. I think we've done fish with it and it's been fine. But again, this is what it looks like. It's private label, and And that was our score. All right. So moving on to a lot of people have heard of Colavita, right? Extra virgin first cold press, right? Cold production, distinctive fruity flavor, peppery finish. Remember from the Harris Teeter brand, yeah, HD Trader, excuse me, brand, which is part of, it's a Harris Teeter, yeah, Harris Teeter HT Traders, searching near and far. All right, Colavita, extra virgin olive oil, Italy, certified authentic, right? A lot of bells and whistles. By the way, in the United States, as far as I'm aware, the things that I've read, and if I've missed something, shoot me an email, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not a legal, I think it was last October or the October before, they set guidelines, but unless there's some sort of analysis that shows that they've blended a hazelnut oil, that it's not from an olive, I don't think they're enforceable from everything I've read. So you can call a lot of things extra virgin in the United States, and it doesn't hold up muster to say something like our La Boella or our Oily de Pau, But anyways, let's give this one a try and see how it goes. Already I can tell from the aroma what it's going to probably taste like. Again, can't totally go by color, okay? Now, in Europe they'll have these a little bit darker glasses, and you cover it, and then you smell. But like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, so for me it's not really necessary. But I almost smell nothing from this. I really got to get my nose right up in there to smell anything. Like I said, this one we'll see, but. Not as, in my palate again, not as peppery or bitter a finish as, say, the HD Trader, but I almost don't taste hardly anything but just an oily feel in my mouth. I don't get almost no taste. This one, I don't know, I can't explain it. I never had an oil where I almost got no taste. So this one I'd give a 3 out of 10, I guess. And again, probably wouldn't use it for salads or things like that. Maybe fry with it. Again, you gotta, labeling isn't everything. That's why you really want to take the time to educate yourself and try a whole gamut. So again, Colavita. All right? Now, moving on to, let's try an Italian olive oil here. Lucini, Premium Select, extra virgin olive oil, made only from hand-picked, estate-grown, 100% Italian olives. In the press, there's been a lot of things about Italian olive oil where they buy it from other countries and then label it as Italian. Again, that's in the press. I'm not saying that. I'm not an attorney or anything like that, but I've read many articles about it, and they like to buy Spanish olives in particular, and then put them in. But now this says acidity 0.2 to 0.4%. Let's see, does it say what kind of olives are in here? So that's the other thing too. You want labels to have what kind of olive it is too, right? Well, anyways, I don't. Maybe I'm missing it, but let's see. Now this one has a little bit more of an aroma than the other ones. Okay, and forgive us if the tablecloth flies up, though. It's a little bit breezy today. Oops. All right, so let's see. A little bit more of an aroma. Reminds me more of olive oil, but not a lot of aroma. A really good olive oils are supposed to have a bouquet. All right, so let's see. Okay, now this one has a little bit more of a taste to it than the other two. Still doesn't blow me away. Definitely doesn't have the lot of pop like our Oily de Pau or La Boella, with lots of intricate and complex flavors and a little bit of fruity and bitter and vegetable, like you get a little artichoke and tomato in our Oily de Pau.